Did you think SmackDown was gonna be good anytime soon?
Fuck no, baby!
Yes! SmackDown was finally good again. SmackDown actually, I think, surpassed Raw just by one episode alone. One episode of SmackDown, and I already think it's a better show than Raw now, if we continue this momentum. SmackDown this past Friday, the one after Bad Blood, was actually really, really good. And they had so many different things about it that just made it good. The fact that they dragged some Raw superstars over to SmackDown made it even better. This Crown Jewel thing, even though I don't like the title that got introduced and everything, it's bringing the Raw and SmackDown superstars together, which is making the shows really, really good. This is when the shows are at their all-time best. I haven't seen SmackDown be this good in a long time, since probably the SmackDown before WrestleMania, and that's saying something. It's been over 6 months now since SmackDown was actually really, really good, and I gotta say, this past SmackDown delivered. Let's start with what happened first on the show, and that was Jimmy Uso coming out first. Jimmy cut a pretty solid promo about how he's been gone and how he wants to take revenge on Solo, and then Roman came out and kind of cut him off. Awesome stuff. And then Jimmy basically telling Roman that Roman doesn't have a tribe anymore, and that Jimmy's his only follower right now.
I stand here in the middle of this ring, and I see a chief with no tribe right now.
And that Roman has lost all the respect that he once had and all that stuff. Like, Cody Rhodes doesn't really even respect him anymore, you know? It's things like this that are like the build. It's the build that I'm loving right now. Jimmy basically said how we need help. We need help. We need help. We need help. And if you had just watched this last Raw, Jimmy went to Raw to see if Jay would talk to him, and Jay wanted absolutely nothing to do with him. This stuff is getting really, really good, and I am just really excited for what's to come next, because it's just the build. As I said, it's the build up to something big, and I'm sure it's going to happen soon. Having Roman and Jimmy start the show again, we haven't had that in like 6 months, 6+ months. For Roman and Jimmy to be the opening act, I love that. It was just return to form, return to basics, something to actually get the fans engaged again, get them interested in what's going to happen next. And it was just awesome. Another thing that happened on SmackDown was the amazing, amazing US title picture, everything about it. From LA Knight to Carmelo Hayes to Andrade, all three of them have been putting on absolute classics. And we're about to get Game 7, Match 7 of Carmelo versus Andrade this coming Friday. I am really excited about that because them two have just been putting on classic match after classic match. And it's going to be probably another classic match. And even LA Knight's been putting on some good matches when he's had a match with both of them. Both of his matches against them have been really, really good. I mean, Carmelo Hayes just knows how to sell his ass off. I mean, look at each one of his sells to LA Knight's BFT. Holy cow, I have not seen someone sell like that. Them three have been just carrying the matches on SmackDown. Every other match has gotten kind of inadequate compared to them. Them three have just been putting on
banger after banger after banger.
It's kind of insane how the last 6 months, I mean, we really haven't had anything that interesting, and I want to say within the last 3 months, I think that's how long this feud's been kind of going on between Carmelo and Andrade, maybe 2 months. Them three have just been putting on classic match after classic match, making SmackDown at least a little bit fascinating to watch, interesting to watch, whatever you want to call it. Them two have been kind of carrying it in terms of match quality. Every other match really has not been that good. Now on to the newest feud, that being between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes. It looks like Cody and Randy are on the same side for now, but when they did it at Bad Blood and they didn't even tell the production team that this was going to happen, I love that. You know, they're bringing it more realistic. They're making it more realistic where Kevin Owens just betrayed him behind the scenes. I loved that betrayal. Honestly, I've been calling for Kevin Owens' betrayal for a long time, and it finally has happened. Same thing with Finn's betrayal against Priest. Kevin Owens' betrayal against Cody Rhodes is a valid betrayal, you know? And I don't even want to consider it a betrayal, you know? It's more like Cody Rhodes betrayed Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens here has been the victim throughout all of this. I mean, he's been feuding with the Bloodline for 4+ years, basically, and Cody Rhodes just teams up with his mortal enemy in Roman Reigns, and didn't even consult Kevin Owens about it. He didn't even care for Kevin Owens' opinion on it, and Kevin Owens snapped. Kevin Owens is done with Cody right now. He is really mad, and they're probably going to make Kevin Owens the heel in this scenario, but later down the line, I could easily see it being Randy and Cody that are the heels. I would love to see a heel Cody Rhodes, you know? We always just see this babyface Cody. Let's really see a heel Cody. Let's see what he can do, because I think Cody would be really interesting as a heel, just like he is as a face. And Kevin Owens is good as both. Obviously, Kevin Owens is better as a heel, but in this storyline, I think it fits Kevin Owens more to be the face in this one rather than the heel, because let's be honest here, this is Cody Rhodes' fault, not Kevin Owens. Next thing that happened, we had Naomi versus Nia Jax, and this was not for the title, but they had a match where Liv, Raquel, and Dom ended up surprising them and were watching ringside. It really just helped SmackDown so much, especially in the women's division, where honestly there's no valid threat to Nia's reign right now, and I know Liv beat her in the past, but honestly I don't even know if I really consider Liv all that much of a threat. I know damn well Raquel is going to have something to do with that match. I just know it. Raquel would 100% have something to do with that match. If of course, Rhea and Raquel don't have a match. Which, bringing up Rhea ended up being on SmackDown and surprising them.
Nia Jax 3 weeks from tomorrow. Wait a minute! No! Rhea Ripley's here! The Eradicator's here!
I loved that. Bringing Rhea over to continue that feud, you know, it just makes the story bigger, and it adds layers to it, which we have not had in a long time. The whole storyline between Rhea and Liv has just gone down, but bringing other people into it like Nia and Tiffany raise it, and they've been needing something different. Yes, this past Raw we had kind of the same old Rhea promo about how she's not done with Liv and Raquel, but I just love the fact that Tiffany and Nia were there, you know? It added something to it. It's different, and I like it a lot. It's been needing something. SmackDown's been needing help from Raw, and Raw's lended the help, and it's helped them so much. They're gaining traction again. They're coming back up. And last but certainly not least, we had Jimmy versus Solo at the end of the night in the main event, where Solo ended up picking up the victory, but because of Bloodline interference. Roman was not out there for that entire match until the end once Solo won, and they ended up having a beatdown after the match. Jimmy lost due to the numbers game, and Jimmy reiterated that to Roman after Solo and his posse basically put the beat down on both Roman and Jimmy when Roman came out to help Jimmy. Roman's ego is the only thing in the way right now. That's the only thing. Roman put his ego aside and teamed up with Cody, but it's family, and I gotta be honest, family above all. How is Roman gonna be able to put his ego aside and yeet it up rather than no yeet? I don't know what Roman's got to do in order to put this pass with Jay behind him, but he's got to do something, because it's true, they are at a massive numbers disadvantage. Again, this SmackDown was a return to form. I'm so damn happy about what I have seen. This SmackDown needed something, and quite frankly, it was just a simple pulling Liv, Dom, and Raquel over to SmackDown that helped bolster other parts of SmackDown that needed the bolstering. You needed something else. You needed something to complete the show, and pulling those Raw superstars helped complete the show, making there be no lulls throughout the entire show, which I cannot say has been the case. The whole show has been a lull the last 6 months, and for it to be an amazing show, that was really good to see. I'm really excited to see what happens. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comments section. I will respond, I promise. I really would love to hear what you guys have to say as well. But until next time, see ya.